Hi everyone, welcome back. In this training video, we're going to cover how to apply a pressure immobilisation bandage or a pressure immobilisation technique for a potentially fatal bite or sting. Now, those potentially fatal bites or stings in Australia would include a cone shell, a blue-ringed octopus, funnel web spider, the relative of the funnel web spider is called the mouse spider, and snakes. Of the 11 most venomous snakes in the world, Australia has the first 9. And in this case, Albert has been bitten just about there and there, mid halfway up his arm. And we'll make it a snake, we'll make it a brown snake. If available, if you have a cotton gauze, place it directly on the bite site. The purpose of this is to absorb the venom into the pad. Now, if you don't have this, don't worry. You will bandage 3 to 4 envelopments using a medium to heavy crepe roller bandage and allow the venom to absorb into the pad. In this case, I've got one, so I'll place that there. I've conducted a primary and a secondary survey. How long ago did you get bitten by this brown snake, Albert?
5 minutes ago.
Lovely. And you've been keeping relatively still?
Yes.
Excellent. Now this is good news, and I'd have somebody on the phone to an ambulance. Once we've placed that there, with the barrel up, firm bandage, I'm going to do 4 envelopments right on that bite side firm. Noting the bite side, there's 3 and there's 4. Now, at that point, mark the bite side clearly. If there's no other pen or something, lipstick, stick your finger into some dirt, mark it, etc. Now, at this point, there's a few things we can do. You can cut that down, tape it, start at the fingertips and then work your way up. Or from here, we can just work our way up. However, we've got to make sure that we bandage now below it. So what I've got now is I'm sustaining the stretch on the bandage. It's a firm bandage. I'm overlapping half the previous envelopment, and I will bandage all the way up to the armpit. Ideally directly on skin. If not, just a light loose top like a shirt, a t-shirt would be okay. A jacket would have to come off. So we would go all the way up the limb as demonstrated. Now that's a firm bandage. Once we've completed that, I would have gone to there. We'll then get now another bandage, and just with the fingertips exposed only, just the fingertips, I can check circulation, come into the palm of the hand, make sure we cover over the finger there, and we'll work our way up to meet the bite site. Now, again, similar pressure, and what this is now is decreasing the flow of the lymphatic system, which is the grease trap of the human body. At this point, I can cut that through to there, split it down the middle, or use some tape, like so, and I have bandaged both above and below the bite site, clearly indicating where the bite site is. In the event that it's on the fingertip, we again 3 to 4 envelopments and work your way up. Pressure immobilisation bandage. In other words, keep it still. The lymphatic system responsible to absorb and distribute the venom around the body relies on muscular movement. So if we were fidgeting and not moving, I would splint this perhaps to the body. The other thing that lymph relies on is gravity, so don't elevate it, keep it low. I have decreased circulation, but the important thing is I've compressed the tissue together and it will trap the poison in situ, that is there. So keep it low and keep it still. I just will quickly demonstrate now that there are commercially available bandages that are specific for snake bites. Very, very clever. This is the triple S bandage, and this one here has a series of rectangles that when we stretch it to a square, we know the amount of pressure. So what they've done is they've applied an indicator on the bandage, and by giving the casualty, the first aider, visual feedback, we can identify the pressure. So in this case, if it was the finger or the back of the hand, we would envelop again, put a pad there to absorb up to 4 envelopments, and then away we go. Now, stretching to a square each time to a square each time, overlapping to a square each time. This is a 10 centimetre width bandage, so I'm going to get better, and I'm overlapping half each time, and we can see clearly here that I'm applying this square, which will definitely say to me sufficient bandage pressure applied, and it's an extremely effective way of trapping the poison in the limb. So we can utilise the commercially prepared material, or we can use a roller bandage, medium to heavy crank, and both will do the job. In the event that somebody's bitten on the torso, just simply keep still and put direct pressure on that bite site, whether it be the face, the neck, or on the torso. You'll now go and practice this under the supervision of your instructor. I'm Ori, this is Albert, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.